What's going on, guys? It's Nick from DMG Lacrosse, and I wanted to show you guys a few things I had working on. I'd really wanted to get this video out earlier, but I have a lot of family stuff that's been kind of getting in the way, and unfortunately I have to take care of that before I can do my greatest hobby, which is lacrosse. So without further ado, again, I'd like to just apologize to some of my subscribers for not doing any videos anymore. A lot of stuff has been kind of transferring to Instagram. Most of my stuff is on there, so if you guys want to see what's going on day to day, or should I say week to week, new stuff that I got going on, or what I'm selling, or all that stuff, go on Instagram at DMG1AT. That's where I do all my stuff. And if you guys have seen my website, which has been selling very well as far as customs and regular pieces of mesh, you can find out a lot of information because it has a live feed going across, and you can see all kinds of day-to-day updates and whatnot with that. But I have a lot of things going on with a few different sticks, so I got kind of like a three-part video. I want to show you some of the stuff that I recently got in, some of the stick changes that I'm about to do, and showing you guys. Actually, I got just some mesh stuff, just some random stuff. So, yeah. So let's get into it. The guys over at Lacrosse, I don't know if you guys have heard of them before, but most of you guys have. They operate out of Canton, New York. They do most of the stringings for, excuse me, for Thompson Lacrosse, and it's become a very big. I don't know, lacrosse room. If you ever seen pictures, they have monstrous amounts of sidewall mesh. They make their own stuff, and I got to give props to them for doing it. They have a lot of cool stuff going on. They sent me a little care package, which was cool. This came in about, I'd say about a month ago. I just asked them a random question, what was going on with their stuff, what it looked like, and whatnot. So they sent me some sample pieces of uncoated what they call regular, just 10 diamond mesh, probably about 15 mil, maybe 17 and a half, which is the industry standard about now. So sent me a nice piece of kind of Michigan yellow. I know the camera can't really get it right now, but they sent a piece of gray, which is cool, and they sent over 3 pieces of white, which was very generous, and some shooting strings. The cool thing that I noticed about the white was that 2 of them were exactly identical, and one of them, I don't know if it's made out of a different breed or if it came off of a different loom or different, actually this is the piece that was different. Just has a little bit more rough edges around the diamonds as opposed to these ones, which are a little bit more clean. Yeah, hopefully gonna coat these up and give them some feedback, and yeah, they also threw in some of these cool stickers. Yeah, LR, Electron. And I think the coolest part of this whole package was the shooting strings. I like most of my shooting strings that I use are just basic cotton, but these ones have a little bit of texture to them. I think the greatest part is actually they say Lacrosse right on the tip. I know some of you guys are cool, should I say, fanatics of graphics and all kinds of stuff, and I think they took one step further and put their little mark on the shooting strings. So that if you get a kit from them, you know where the shooting strings came from. And I've heard was talking to Kevin Youngs, who strings up most of the sticks for Thompson Lacrosse, and does a lot of traditionals. I think you guys know him. Been in the business for a while. He was telling me a little bit about these strings and how they differ from just regular shooting strings, how they give it a little more crisp release. So I'm gonna have to put some of these on one of my sticks and figure out what the difference is. So putting that stuff aside, oh, I had some customs that I did yesterday. What was it? I don't want to forget names, so I'm just gonna pull out my little book right here, and it was Corey who got the V point. Looks really nice, black and green going top to bottom, really cool. This stuff, once stretched out, looks really nice. You can do it top to bottom. You can string it this way, with the top of the head to the bottom of the head. Usually will cut off about right there, or you could flip it reverse and string it up so that this is kind of like tailing off. And I don't know, it looks good both ways to me, to be quite honest. So yeah, and then the last piece, it's kind of like a Michigan theme. This one's going to be going out to Aaron. He also ordered a USA camo, and I got 5 of those to do today, so I'm going to be pretty damn busy. So yeah, another thing, mesh. That's one thing that I haven't really had to stock up in a while because I have a humongous amount of SS mesh, Stringer Shack mesh, in the bottom box, and the top box, which I'm not really going to get much into, is the Type 3. Type 3 has been selling very, very well, and it is on this stick right here, the Surgeon 10 500. This actually belongs to Kyle DeWitt from IL Gear, and originally I strung it up with SS, but he gave me a head to string, as you guys know in the other video, to try to replicate his old Proton Power. I did a lot of SIs at the bottom, and I was playing around with it and realized it really wasn't to his specs, so I tried the piece of Type 3 and it worked like a gem. The color separation in this piece was totally flawless. As you guys can see, it just awesome, awesome, awesome. Goes from that really dark blue all the way to royal, and then goes back down to Carolina, and then that's it. Yeah, the Type 3 mesh, a lot of people have been asking me, what's the difference, what's this and that. The best way that I can describe it is it's a little bit lighter in weight than SS, so it just kind of comes down to if you're the type of guy that likes, the consistency of String King, or just like the feel of that, I would go with SS. And if you are the type of guy that wants a little bit more durability, and you want something that's going to last you through the winter, which has become a hot topic as far as mesh, wax mesh in general, freezing and kind of becoming very hard in the colder months. I've tested this Type 3 out in a variety of situations, and it all has come back as, you use it out in 20-degree weather, you leave it out there, scrunch it in a ball, come back out the next day, put a ball in it, and it's ready to go. And not going to really get too much into the legal aspect of it, of where it comes from, but all I can say is I only have, what was it, in the 30s, 35, maybe 30, in the 30s left. Hopefully I'm able to get more, so maybe you guys can write a little petition at the bottom saying more Type 3 mesh, because it actually is a really good product. A lot of people that I've sent it out to have been rebuying enormous amounts of it. Not enormous amounts, but if they buy 1, they'll buy 5. If they bought, 2 or 3, they bought 10. So, and plus I got some teams in the fall that I've already promised this stuff to, so it's going quick. But a lot of people, a lot of people are buying SS as well. And I use that all on my most of my designs, this one and that one, because the ink, for some reason, doesn't has a less chance of bleeding, should I say, when I do up my designs and stuff. And I think that's one thing that separates me from a lot of the other big guys in the world. I like to spend my time and do some freehand designs, and sometimes get my brain going and just doing a lot of cool stuff. But some of the top sellers right now have to be definitely the the it was the Argyle, but now it's kind of shifted over to the camouflage in different colors. The Striker has been selling like crazy, and the V points, those ones, the slanteds, those have been selling pretty well, but the camouflage ones have been going out of the roof. Black and Volt, doing a lot of USA ones, blue and red. And a lot of those you've seen on Instagram. I posted them up, so you guys have seen them. But besides all that and the gigantic amount of mesh that I have accumulated around the house, got some sticks. And I took one out of line, so I thought there was 4 there. There's 3. Every time I go out to play wall ball, it's funny, I actually bring 3 sticks out all the time. obviously my bread and butter, and I don't hate on other lacrosse meshes. I'm not biased to my own product, like I've always said. So, as you guys know, the um, Maverick Optic has auto mesh on it, and it is one light stick. Um, Hoping that maybe some other companies will catch on and lighten up the load on some of their mesh and make it into a really good product, because that's what it's all about, making the best mesh and going to town and playing lacrosse. Um, I always should I say made a blooper. I've been screwing around with this SNOS for a while, SNOS, without a logo on it. So I'm one of the guys that has a SNOS without the logo. But I realize that Warrior is now releasing another NOS without this ridge right here, and it's going to have 15 or 16 holes going down the side. And I realized, wow, I don't know, should I sell this one and pick up one of those? Maybe you guys can let me know. This is Type 3 on this one as well. As you can see, the diamond separation is a lot different than regular soft mesh, or regular mesh for that matter, which is why I kind of fell in love with it when I first got it. And when people are playing with it, as I've gotten feedback, people have just said that no matter how you string it, even if it looks like a crap pocket like this right now, because I've just tried numerous patterns on this and just screwing around and trying to figure out different things, people have just come back and said it's just the ultimate, it remains soft. It has the properties of kind of like the old mark mesh in a way, if you want to say. Yeah, I mean, mesh is mesh, so you know what, it's not really like a huge deal. It's good mesh. It's good mesh, great mesh. It's been selling like crazy. But you know, hoping I get more of it, and if I don't, I guess I'll have to move on to something else. So who knows? But the last thing is, I'm sure you guys already know, they're going to be coming out with a new blade. Congratulations, finally, Warrior actually caught on to what people wanted for the last 10 years. As you guys know, I was able to pick up this gem and play it against sports. I gave out my source, but hey, everybody goes into Play It Against Sports. But anyways, I picked this up about a year and a half ago. Saw it on the rack, strung a few sticks for the store, and ended up walking it out for free. So I have a $450 valued head, and I didn't pay for it, which a lot of people kind of hate on me for, and they razz me all the time. But they always ask me if it's for sale, and I say no, because I'm never going to see one of these again if I do let it go. So it's a little memento. But one thing I do have to say is I do take this out for wall ball sometimes, along with the optic, and it has gotten dramatically pinched in the throat area. I can't even keep my damn fist inside of it. So I'm gonna have to take this tape off, deflare it a little bit, and hope that it doesn't break. So you guys might want to chime in and let me know what you guys think, if I should even do that or just leave it alone. But I'm definitely putting some new mesh inside of it. I thought it was a cool idea at the time to do something, with the Volt and Carolina, but it's got a little dingy, and I don't know, I'm just kind of growing out of that. I've never done a custom for myself, so maybe you might see a custom inside the blade. I don't know. A lot of people hype on these sticks. I don't face off. I don't. I just love the head. I don't know. I just love the shape of it. Kind of like how I love the shape of the Epic Hawk, and I just think it's a great head. Yeah. So I'm sure you guys already know that these are already pre-ordered now. I think it's, what is it, $150, $165, $170. So once they're gone, because they only made 5,000 of them, and after that, so see you later. So if you want to invest your money in a high school spec head, it's not X, like I said, so you're not going to be able to use it for college, so only the high school kids are going to be able to use it. So, I also found out that you cannot some people, I guess, depending on the rules, you can deflare it into X specifications, but some referees and some leagues just won't allow that, so they know that if a lot of people are checking sticks before, face-offs, whatnot, but it's not really even going to matter, because it's not like you can really pinch and pop, and carry that thing all the way down the field like the blade was known to be. But it's still a gem nonetheless, and I don't know, I just absolutely love it. So I'm thinking of a new mesh to put inside of it. If you guys have any ideas, let me know so I can get on this. I'm going to have to, like I said, deflare it a little bit because it's very pinched in the throat, and I don't want to hurt it, and I'm hoping that it lasts me throughout the rest of my life because it's always going to remain on the wall. So put that back down and just give it a little dust off because it's the gem. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns at all, anything like that, if you want to throw a comment below, feel free, or just hit me up on Instagram. I'm always on there, like I said, so you know, I'm always posting stuff up. If you guys are looking for noses and whatnot, I've been selling a humongous amount of those on there. It seems as though every time I put a nose for sale on Instagram, it sells within 5 minutes. I actually had a record the last time I sold one, and it sold in 1 minute and 43 seconds, which was incredible. From the time that I posted it, put it on my website, somebody took it, and this has happened 3 times in a row. So to be fair, maybe next time I'll give people a fair warning, but yeah, so anytime I get stuff in that, you know, people want to get rid of, especially if they're hot heads, you know, popular heads, they usually sell fast. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So shout out to Lacrosse for hooking it up with the cool sample stuff that I'm going to be definitely giving that back out. When I hook up with Kyle again, I'm going to get my Lakota U and Surgeon Saitai combo back because I asked him to string that a different way, and I took this off of him to string it a different way as well. So he's going to getting back a gem, and he's already seen it a bunch of times on videos and pictures and whatnot. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing some changes with the sticks, obviously, like I said, with the blade, and probably going to sell off the snaz. I'm not really feeling it anymore. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, so I'm not going to make this into a very, very long video. Got a whole bunch of work to do downstairs. Very flooded with after Christmas sales. Speaking of Christmas, I should have said this in the beginning. Hope everyone had a nice Christmas. Spend with your families. If you guys got any cool lacrosse stuff or whatever it is, comment below what you got, and let me know how you're liking it. So, like I said, hopefully everyone is enjoying the holidays, enjoying everything else. Once I get more time to start freeing up on lacrosse videos, especially, I'll start pumping out some more stuff, and even if it's not new stuff, I'll still keep you guys in the loop. But if you guys do want to follow me week to week, check out Instagram. I have I'm not saying a huge following on there, but I do put up most of the stuff that I'm working on, or just current projects. You know, lacrosse to me is just a absolutely fun hobby to have, and yeah, so not really much else to say. So happy holidays. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and are staying healthy and well, and I will talk to you guys soon. So talk to you guys later, and as always, peace out.